On. What's up, gentlemen? You have to click. There you go.
There you go. What's going on, guys?
There you are. I'm going to turn my volume up. I learned how to do this the other day. Oh, so exciting. How's it going with you?
Oh, exciting. First flip. First deal.
First deal? What do we got? I'm excited. Tell me what we got.
So driving for dollars, and we just sent some marketing to a whole bunch of places using SendFuse. And then this really nice little old lady called. When she called, I put my wife's name because I have like this, foreign duong. Like what is that? What is it, dung or whatever? So I put my wife's name. She has an American name, Robin Thompson. So she called for Robin, left a number. She actually forgot her cell phone. Really cute old lady. Went there. She actually when she left the message, she gave me, what's up, guys? She gave me a price, initial $200K for it. It's like, all right, let's see what we got. And then, I did some comps anywhere between like 330 to 370, depending if I can get like a half bath or two baths in there. Went there. There's asbestos tile. There's the really tight kind of layout. It opens up to a really nice, like, kind of arched, high ceiling back room. About a contractor, and he's like, I think we're gonna need like 80, 85, maybe a little bit less, but let's keep it at 80, 85, just to be safe. Kind of did all the negotiation tactics. I kind of repeated what the last thing she said, just to get more information. What else? I built rapport. Brought my wife, who's from the South Shore, so she kind of put her towny accent on steroids, and kind of try to set some expectations. Asked her if she could do a little better. She went down to 190. I said 185. I actually wanted to go down to like 180, but I was my first deal, my first negotiation. Since she was at 200, I didn't want to like push it too hard. So 185, we settled on 187, 500. Some more negotiation tactics. I said, I knew she was kind of apprehensive at 185. I was like, whatever I offer, that's what you're gonna go away with. You don't have to pay any fees. There's no commission. If I offer you 185, besides certain fees that I can't pay for by law, that's what you're gonna get. And I can, I know she wanted.
Uh-oh. We lost him. It wasn't me this time.
Oh, no.
This is not me. I'm so excited. Look, I still have an internet connection. It's stable.
It might be you.
Oh, it could be me. Maybe I did push him out.
Yeah, that's probably. That's probably what it was.
Erie's on mute, but I'm going to say, Rob, you look fabulous today.
So do you, buddy.
Do you like my daughter?
Your daughter? Oh, wow. I didn't know you had a daughter. That's cool.
Oh, I know. She's learning. She's learning very effectively at the Huntington Learning Center.
They really need to update those pictures. It looks like it's from like the early.
That was a comment that was just made, actually, by Jack. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think kids dress like that anymore.
It is as old as you think it is, too.
Okay, right, good to know.
That is.
You're
awesome.
right in Acton, right? You're over in Acton.
Yeah, I'm probably down the street from you, sort of, right?
10 minutes away.
10 minutes away. There's a Mexican place that keeps closing here. We should have it. That's all right.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. What the hell's it called? It does keep closing, though. You're right. I don't know.
Besito. There he is. Yeah. He's back in.
There he is. He's back.
He looks very intense, too. I like it.
I don't know what happened.
That's all right.
Should I still go on, or are you guys talking about something else?
No.
We're talking about the wonderful restaurants in Acton.
Yeah, that's about it.
There used to be a really nice restaurant in Randolph that I owned.
No.
I sold my partnership because I was not trying to work 70, 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for that. Yeah.
While you're talking, right, I'm plugging the numbers into our spreadsheet here. I was just curious. Yeah. your ARV for the deal was what? What did you have for ARV resale?
I think I get like 350, 360 if I make it really nice, but I put 340 to be conservative.
340, okay.
Yeah.
And your construction you said was 85?
80, let's say 80K.
80,000.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you talked to this lady, you were finding it. What was her motivation?
She's older. I think she's like 75. Having trouble getting around, like even walking around to show me the place. Her partner died a few years ago, and her brother has a place for her in New Hampshire that she wants to move to. And she wants to move by early June. So I said, yeah, we can close in 30 days. You don't have to come back. You can leave anything you don't want to take. You can leave. We'll clean it up for you. It'll be the easiest transaction you'll ever have. We'll make it really easy for you.
Service oriented. Good man.
Service oriented.
We all fight on price. We're not going to get anywhere. Good work.
Right,
yep.
Right. She and her her niece was there, which is I was like, that's great. It's great to have family around. Initially she's she's like, all right, we'll see about 1,875, and then that's I posted on the Facebook page. She wanted to talk to her brother. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Let's, talk to your brother. Take time. We don't want to press you. If the deal works, it works. If not, we'll help you at whatever we can. Isa, right? And so she called me later, and then we signed yesterday.
Nice work.
Now there comes the scary part. Getting my contractors in place, and I'm gonna hire Debbie to design the flip. I'm a little bit worried because the layout now, the 3 bedrooms are really small. It's just if I'm gonna put it on the market as a new, try to get premium price, at least one of the bedrooms has to be a good size. So hopefully I can, we might have to rip out some walls, and the kitchen's small as well. So we'll see. Hopefully Debbie can help me out with trying to design it.
Good. Yeah, from what I understand, she's a good designer too.
Yeah.
So you have you 340 for the resale. You have rehab at 80,000.
Yep.
What did you budget for? You budget in commissions and everything that you already knew about? Commissions, holding costs?
I'm gonna put it on the market myself. So I forget. I think commissions. I don't know, 8,000 or something. I forget. Like 2%.
Okay.
Of that. I'm a little bit, my numbers for the financing is a little bit fudgy. I try to follow the, you guys have a flip calculator, which I don't quite understand. There was like something like QS ARV, which I don't know what that is.
A quick sale after repaired value. Yeah. Okay. That's okay though. That's good.
Yeah.
Good to know what you need so we can help clarify.
So and so I did the calculations for the best I could for financing. And I think it came with like $10,000 or $12,000. That might be wrong. That might be, So I just needed some numbers to put in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can you see this one? Just curious.
Yep. Yep.
So just so that to make this easier for you on too, I feel badly you were confused by that quick sale ARV sheet. So just to make it super, super easy, you're not using a broker, but if you look at these formulas here, we put in 340 for an ARV.
Yep.
We have 80,000 for construction.
Yep.
We always, you've heard pay yourself first, right? So we do profit here as a 12%, which is minimum.
Sure.
This equates to the 40,800. Now this, if you look up at the top of that formula, you can see my mouse where I'm highlighting.
Sure.
That 0.88. So there's 12% that we take right off the top. That 12% is not the profit. Don't get confused.
Yeah.
That 12% is 5% real estate commission. So in your case, you would do 2, right?
Yeah. Yep.
5% real estate commission, 4% in holding costs. That's mortgage, interest, taxes, insurance, utility, right? All that stuff.
Yep.
And then 3% for closing costs, both buy and sell. So if you take 5 plus 4 plus 3, we're at 12. So basically, any sort of property that comes right off the top, you don't necessarily have to budget like 8,900 for this or 10 grand for that or 15 grand for that. You'll get those numbers once you start getting your deals together. But 12% is a good and easy number or in your case, it would be 9%, right?
Yeah.
9%. Take right off the top.
Yep.
So if we did 9%, let's see what the number comes out to. And you bought it for what?
187.5.
Look at that there, sir. You scored an extra $1,000 from the.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, I was a little nervous on my MAO because I was like, 187 is getting kind of close to some of my analysis. It was like 180, 173. But I was like, we'll see. I'm comfortable making like 50K or 60K, but we'll see if I can whatever I can do. It's my first flip, so it'll be a learning experience for sure.
Absolutely, man.
Now one question is for contractors. So I have a good friend of mine who's a contractor, but I know that some people say that you need to have a performance date, contract dates that with penalties and stuff like that. Well, how do you guys do that?
I've been talking a lot. I could defer to Rob on this, but Rob can defer back to me because this is construction, and then I'm going to tell you that while we have all of these clauses in our, and I'll go over them today, right? So. Yeah. Just as a premonition into the future, July 20th, this is not a sales pitch for you guys because you guys are already part of the system, but we're doing a rehab full tour where I'm going to go over how to manage contractors, how to estimate rehab, how to do all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But in our contracts, we do have a penalty date and we also have a bonus date.
Yep. Okay,
we're pulling out notes. Oh, I like it.
Yep.
All right.
I'm a lawyer, so I take notes.
Okay. So we have, and if you decide to come July 20th, which you guys get a huge discount anyway for already being part of the system, we'll give you all of our contracts. We'll give you all that stuff anyway for the contractors. Mm-hmm. But I know it's far in the future and you need it now. So
where is it? Where is it?
It's going to be local. We're going to try to go to it's classroom for 3 or 4 hours, and then we go to 3 projects and do an estimate of rehab at 3 projects.
I'm there.
Cool. Mm-hmm. So in our current. There's obviously the price of the work. You have a scope of work that you would have done, and they've priced out that work based on a line item budget for all that work.
Yeah.
And that total amounts in that contract. Also, there's an anticipated finish date in that contract. Mm-hmm. So we do 3 dates. We do an anticipated finish date. Mm-hmm. We also do a bonus date if they finish, like if it's a 10-week project, if they finish 2 weeks early.
Yep.
We'll give them, depending like $1,000 or $500, depends on the scope of the project, how much we would give them.
Yep.
Then there's also a penalty date. Mm-hmm. So let's say it's an 8-week project.
Mm-hmm.
We'll bonus them if they finish at 6 weeks. We'll bonus them a little bit if they finish in 7.
Mm-hmm.
If they finish in 8, that's straight. Then they're good. Then they've done their side of the contract.
Yep.
If it goes beyond usually a 10 weeks, so then they get like a 2-week grace period.
Yep.
If it goes beyond 10 weeks, there's a penalty date in there. For every day beyond a certain day,
they're
penalized $150 a day. So, and that's right in there. Now, when they send you change orders, if there's changes and there's extras and stuff like that, we force them not to just send us dollar amount change orders. We need a time change order too. So if it takes an extra day to do this or day to do that, and that adds on to their penalty date on the backside to make sure that they, are getting, they're not going to be penalized for stuff that were changes.
Yeah. Yep.
But yes, that penalty is there to cover your extra holding costs. Right. And the challenge is being totally straight up and honest with you. So we have a contractor we work really well with who just completed our Marblehead project. Now he's 2 months over on that. Now he's putting some of that back on us because he's saying we didn't like his electrician's number and we wouldn't accept it. He's right. So we kind of made him go back to the drawing board and keep getting a number that matched our budget. Right. So, there's a fight there, but in the end, we had to pay our lender an extension fee, 2 of them, 2 extension fees, because we're beyond the time of the maturity date of the loan, and it hurt. We're probably into that for about $12,000. Now, what's this penalty? About $18,000. Could we enforce it? Yes, we could. He'd obviously lose his shirt. He wouldn't have made any money on He would have done way worse than lost money on that deal,
Right.
And since he's working with us now on another project, it's kind of like what's fair. So he did a lot of extras for us. We ended up waiving that penalty, but I will say if he tries to get more extras out of us on this deal or the next deal, we'll probably get him a little closer.
Yeah. Right.
Does that help? Sorry. I don't know if that helps.
That does help. Do you guys have a contract that you wouldn't mind sharing? If not, that's fine. I can find one.
No, we can. Yeah, you need it faster than July 20th, so I can probably share that with you.
Yeah.
So we'll get. I can get that to you if you want.
And
this has not been reviewed by an attorney except Rob, but Rob actually hasn't reviewed it.
Okay.
But I tell everybody that Rob's reviewed everything that we put out.
Oh, that's good. Great.
I'll go over it with a fine tooth comb, even though real estate law isn't one of my specialties.
Excellent.
But and I still have to
reviewed it then. Send us back the copy and we'll call it a day.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. I'll send you my bill too. One other thing that I have to consider is since I'm getting a designer, aka Deb, I gotta jive that with the scope of work for the contractor as well. So the contractor is gonna give me a scope of work based on what he thinks needs to be fixed. But if I'm doing certain design elements that one might go under or over that, depending, I still have to, that still has to jive in terms of cost too.
Ooh, interesting. No, I'm going to back up for a minute. Sure. You're having your contractor do your scope of work for you?
No. I asked. And again, this is if I'm wrong, let me know. I just asked them. I'm not. In terms of scope of work, I might not even have the definition right about that. But I asked him to give me an estimate on how much, and he's going to go further into what he needs to do and how much it's going to cost, right? So, but. Okay.
Did you provide him though any list of work or any sort of?
Not yet. So yeah. So
you let him go in and do a rough budget based on what he felt needed to be done.
Exactly.
Okay. And now you probably already know what I'm going to say next. I mean, you should now go in there and again, July 20th, I'll go over this with you. This is the most important part about how not to get screwed by a contractor. Now you do literally room by room, line item by line item, what you want done to that room. Debbie can help with that because she's going to help you design it.
Sure. Yep.
You're going to go, we start every room, we'll label it right on the scope of work. In fact, I can show you one now that I know how to share my screen. Mm-hmm. Let me show you what we do for our projects, okay?
Yep.
This is the most important part because literally, if you have a contractor just bid, hey, what is this one going to take? Yeah. You don't know what their level of finish is versus what you want done. And, let's say they're going to do something that they think is awesome, but it actually totally affects the resale value of your home. And it's happened. It's happened to me before. So now we go super, super, super detailed. I'll show you. Is 26 Byam? Yeah, we'll go 26 Byam Road. All right. By the way, I know I'm talking too much, everybody, so I apologize.
No, this is good. It's good information.
Okay, here we go.
Do I need an architect too? Or, I'm not changing anything. I'm moving some walls around, but I'm not changing, building out any structures.
It depends. It literally depends on what you're going to be doing.
Okay.
I'll show you kind of what this one looks like. Here's the scope of work. Now, we create this.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not a contractor. We create this, and I go through with a notepad, right? I'm doing all these line items as I'm going through. But then once it's done, it goes back to the office and it gets put into this spreadsheet. And this is kind of how it looks. It looks like it's so much busy work, but this busy work has helped save us so much stress and angst at the end of a job. You don't even know. Right. But exterior, strip and replace roof, new gray 30-year architectural, replace rot as needed. That's vague. I don't even like saying as needed, but sometimes you have to.
Sure.
Block in smaller windows. All of these have a sides typically. You'll see a side. Those are my sides, the side A, D. I'm pointing to my screen. You guys know what the hell I'm talking about. You guys see that blue square to the left?
Yep.
So that's how side A is the front. It goes all around clockwise, B, C, D. And that's how my contractor knows what side I'm talking about. Okay. So here's one. Install dark mulch to sides A and D in site work landscaping. That's even too vague. If it was a new contractor, this is a contractor we know that knows how we operate. Mm-hmm. But if this was a new contractor, I would have to say install dark mulch within 2 feet from the foundation wall, all around sides A and D. So they know it's 2 feet. It's this type of mulch. You know what I mean?
Sure,
and that's what I want. But remember doorbell, remember mailbox and light post, frame full dormer. Here, this was structural, but yeah, yours might not be structural. Are you opening up any walls?
Yes. So there's 3 bedrooms right now, and they're smaller. So I want to make 2 of the bedrooms into one, and find somewhere to put another medium-sized bedroom. So yeah, I am.
Okay.
What's the square footage?
1,300 square feet. 1330. But a lot of that is taken up by this huge opening, living room kind of. So it's the way it's laid out is there's the original rectangular structure, and then they put an addition, a square addition that's where the opening for the arch ceilings are. So this rectangular structure has the 3 bedrooms in it. So and the kitchen too. So the kitchen's like, it's weird because they have like a wall, like a cornered wall in the middle of the room that where they put the fridge. So I'm thinking about blowing out that wall and maybe putting an island where a stove would be, just so it opens up the floor plan and where I can put, because if I take out that wall, there's nowhere to put a fridge. But if I take out that wall and put an island, put the stove there, then I can put the fridge where the stove is, and then it'll look better.
Kind of like this beautiful hand drawing that I made.
Yeah. This is Somerville, right? Is this Somerville?
No, this is not Somerville. This is our Chelmsford project that we just closed on. This one, we opened up a wall. Yeah. We're not messing with bedrooms, but we opened up a wall in the kitchen and dining room, and this is our result. I mean, obviously, this is a terrible, terrible drawing, and we now have we had to have an architect draw one because when you touch a carry wall, you need a beam.
Okay.
Right, or you need to have new columns that go all the way down to the basement, one or the other.
Right.
So in this case, what we knew we were touching a carry wall, so we had to budget an additional, it's usually like a default, $600 to $1,200 just for them to do a drawing to help get you through permitting.
Yeah.
And to get a size up a beam to put a beam in.
Yeah.
So that's what we did here. But this is literally I do a very, very, very rough sketch here, and then we get it done professionally once we get into the project and we have an architect that's on staff.
How do you know what's a carrier wall?
Yeah, it takes it's hard to, I mean, you can know by going down to the basement and seeing how the joists run across the floor.
There is no basement here. No basement.
Interesting.
Oh, it's slab? Okay.
Yeah. Weymouth.
You switch it to cement. It's a cement slab underneath.
I'm not sure. I asked if there was a basement. She said there's no basement. There's a closet where their water heater and heating system is.
Okay. What town is this?
Weymouth, Mass.
It's a ranch.
It's like a Cape style. If you
lost him.
Oh man.
Wasn't me again though. Wasn't me.
Yeah, it looked like a Cape, kind of like a Cape ranch, like split level, like all one level.
Oh, you saw it, Erie? You saw his deal?
Well, no. He posted a picture on the Facebook group.
Oh, I haven't gotten there yet. I'll get there. Cool. It's a Cape, but with a slab. It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe, I guess. But interesting. Yeah, Erie, what do you got going on? You want to talk about anything?
No. Well, no, I don't mean it that way. I don't want to say I'm stuck, but I'm not moving as fast as I'd like to be. I kind of got tripped up a little bit with a friend trying to use his resources because I work during the day, and he does demo during the day, so he has more time flexible. So I was trying to get him on board with this whole idea of you can be out doing things that I can't do in the daytime. But I've just got a few signs up, about to get a website going, and I'd like to do some mailing before the end of the month.
You'd like to, or you're going to do some mailings by the end of the month?
I'm going to do some mailing before the end of the month.
All right. What's the date? I'm excited.
I'd have to tentatively say the last week of the month.
Okay. Thursday.
Yeah, I'm part of Tyler's database, so I mean that's where I'm kind of looking at a few things as far as that. But I also like to do some driving for dollars. I want some of those addresses.
Very good. Okay, so if you were shooting for Thursday at the end of the month, right? You got a time block, huh?
That is a Thursday, yes.
Yep. I just made that up because I'm getting you to pin down a date so you can hold yourself accountable. This is exciting. So that means you have to time block roughly 3 hours on a Tuesday before that Thursday, right? To go through, prep all your leads, and then prep direct mail. Are you gonna do it yourself, or do you have a company?
DIY.
DIY. Okay. I'm a big supporter in the character building of the DIY. So you can need about 3 hours on Tuesday at the latest to set up and prep for that direct mail going on Thursday. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I just got myself into some trouble here. No, I'm going to do
That's
it.
all right.
Because, well, when you say you do, I have to show my face. I can't hide. I mean, I got to come back here.
Actually, Rob, I think it so happens we even have a Zoom meeting that Thursday, don't we?
Oh boy.
I love it. Ari, I'll be nice to you. You know that.
Yeah, no.
You get a deal, man.
So,
I'm excited.
What I didn't hear is, how did On find this? Was this through direct mail?
Well, you're just talking. Oh, how did On find it?
Yeah,
Rob,
I didn't hear that part.
Rob, how did he? Was it Centfuse? Is that what he said?
Yeah, I was driving for dollars.
I thought Josue was Centfuse.
They both were.
They both were.
Oh well, then shit. I mean, I got to sign up then.
That's
No, but
free.
but
That's free.
what I wondered, what was that his first touch or
Oh, I don't know what mailer it was. No, I'm not really sure.
what it was Centfuse?
Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean, I know he hasn't been using it for long, so.
Yeah, I know that Josue's deal was the first letter that was sent out from Centfuse. And remember, all Centfuse is, Erie, is just a direct. It's all it is a piece of mailer. That's all it is.
Right.
You know, that's all it is. So it helps. You can do that or do it on your own. But either way, the first mailer is what hit them both.
Right. I mean, not that that's
Rob, do you know
indicative
what it
of
looks
every, you know.
What? No,
Do you know
no
what
idea.
you know what the Centfuse mailer even looks like? I don't think I've ever even seen it.
Yeah, they're on the dashboard. It's all postcards.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
All right, cool. Well, there you go,
That's
Erie.
the marching order. Yeah. Yes. I have to get a little bit
Drive-bys
more
are
aggressive,
awesome.
which I'm going to get. I have to get more aggressive. I'm going to before we meet
Nice.
again.
I like it. All right. If I could pull my calendar up, I'll just make a note to just politely check in with you on our next Zoom meeting. How the
Yeah,
direct mail
please.
launch is happening.
Yes, please.
Fabulous.
Direct mail launch. I like the way that sounds. My Hollywood debut. No, but I've done direct mail before, but it was just a bunch of tie kickers when I did it.
Oh, you'll get plenty of those this time too.
Right.
Yeah.
Direct mail launch. Okay. Add it to the calendar. Cool. Rob, what's going on with you today on this fine day?
Nothing. Just
Exciting.
working. How about you?
Brilliant. Nothing.
Nothing.
Just came out of a networking meeting. That was good times.
Yeah.
Joe Ezelino was here. I'm trying to think what else we can talk about. Or Erie, do you have any other questions before we just go into the abyss of alcohol?
I don't. I know that you mentioned something about in July you're gonna have a rehab type of meeting.
Yes. Yep.
20th.
Yep. You want the details on that?
I'm interested. I mean, I'm interested. Yes.
Sure. We have not even started to market for it yet. We mentioned it at a Chelmsford, but we haven't marketed it. It's July 20th. We know the date.
Yep.
It's a Saturday, and it's like 3 hours in the morning in class, 3 to 4 hours, and then it's another 3 to 4 hours out driving around to projects. We're going to try to find projects that are either on or off market that are somewhat available. If we can't find those, then we'll try to substitute in one of our projects to show you guys what to budget for stuff. So it'll be good. It'll be good. It's going to be on the website that shutupanddoit.biz. That's where we're going to post it finally once it's ready. It might be now. I actually don't know. But you guys, the people who are with Deal Flow System will get a discount. So whatever's up there now is not going to be any price for you guys.
Okay.
But that's awesome. An's back. An, did you have an unstable internet connection?
No, I don't know what's. I think I haven't restarted my computer in like 2 days, so I think that's what happened. Yeah. What are we talking about?
We had a podcast we taped, I think it was yesterday, 2 days ago, and I was so angry because my new computer that I had just purchased, the camera wouldn't work, even though I had tested it prior.
Oh, man.
And I had only bought the computer for the camera. And it turns out, Rob, I don't even know if you heard, so that whole mess, and I had to go get my old laptop, and I was 10 minutes late to the podcast, and it was really unprofessional. I had to hit the F5 button to start the camera. Very technical.
Awesome.
I had to check like 8 forums, actually, because everyone had the same problem I did. And then they all came back with the same solution, saying that they all felt stupid.
It wasn't in the instructions?
Nope. And it's like one of these, I had to get a gamer laptop. And I'm not really a gamer, but it's like very high tech, and they're all like special gamer fonts all over my keys. I can barely even read my keys. So, I don't know.
Nice.
Oh. Erie, are you listening to another podcast while you're on with us?
That's what it sounds like.
I have a question. So I have a whole bunch of probate leads that I got from the courthouse. Have you guys done cold calling to probate yet?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
First of all, who you're going to call? Here's the thing with probate leads is you need to be reaching out to the PR, the attorney, and there's probably multiple PRs in a lot of cases.
What's PRs? PRs are what? Yeah.
I mean, that's the only effective way to do it. And most of them are not going to want to talk to you at all. Just realize that. That's the issue.
The records has the PR or the petitioner of record with the address and the phone number. So I was thinking about cold calling, but
No, go. I mean, I would never tell you not to. Yeah. It's just those are the leads when the potential for getting screamed at is very high on those leads.
Yeah, I figured my strategy was not to address any loss. I was gonna say, hey, I'm a real estate investor looking to buy real estate in whatever particular area where the estate is. Yeah. And from my marketing team, I got your number and I wanted to see if you were wanting to sell me some real estate. That was kind of
I mean there are pros and cons to both of the ways to approach it. If you're right up front and you're telling them you're probate and you're an attorney and you can deal through all the issues that come up with probate that a lot of other investors can't deal with. That's one way to do it. Yeah. The other way is just I'm trying to buy properties in the area. Yeah. They have their pluses and minuses. The screen factor is less on the second way, but you probably if you hit it right and they actually do want to sell and they're motivated, you may have a better chance. Right. As an expert.
Right. It's really a matter of numbers, right? Like
Yeah. Absolutely. Right.
Kind of like when I was single, you go to the club and eventually you get 10 no's, but you get one yes, right?
You only need one yes. Nice. No, I mean they can be very good. I mean, I know people who that's their main focus, but they have a business built around that, and they that's kind of how they do it.
Right.
It takes a long time, but as an attorney, you may have a better chance of getting your foot in the door with other probate attorneys. Wait, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, just one other question was, and then this is jumping again, but I'm just anticipating in terms of profit and taxes. How do you guys deal with that? Like, do you guys do the 1031 out, or do you just keep it?
That's top secret.
No, you can't really 1030. Well, you can't really 1031.
Nope. 1031s are only for long-term capital gains assets. So you are screwed on.
Oh, man.
Well, unless you can do something, you can put a tenant in there for 2 years and then sell it.
Okay. I want to do that.
You buy it out of the hard money, put a tenant in there, and then sell in 2 years. More, but you won't get 2 years.
It becomes a big challenge. I want to be honest with you too, Juan. So what I started doing when I realized after the first 2 years, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm getting slammed on taxes, right?
Right.
I started having a new rule of putting like 25 to 30% aside every time I would sell a house, right? And I would take 30% of that profit and put it into like what I would consider a tax escrow account.
Sure.
Knowing that it would just be taken from me. I would obviously still calculate deductions and everything and try to get all my deductions up as high as I possibly could.
Yeah.
But that even becomes hard, right? Because we're all investors and entrepreneurs. We see another good deal and it's like, oh, I have the cash, but the tax escrow is right there. I might as well use that to make more money on. Right. And then you use it, you get another deal, and then tax day comes, and guess what? Your money's all tied up in another real estate deal. And then what happens? You're screwed, man. But so don't do what I do. If you do what you're doing, escrow it, and don't touch it. That's all I have to say about that.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
It is. The bright shiny object still gets us all, at least me, all the time.
Right.
It's not even the bright shiny object. It's just wanting to keep the marketing machine going.
Right.
I mean, that's just you got to keep marketing. So
So the tax rate is about 25-30%. That's what we're anticipating.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
Probably 30, somewhere between 30, 35.
Yeah, it depends on your total income from all sources,
Right.
married, jointly, all that stuff. So that's a conversation. We're happy to share with you a CP. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
we have CPAs or tax attorney you can talk to.
Yeah, you really, when you start getting into it as a real estate investor, will need to sit down with a CPA who actually knows what they're doing with real estate. And a lot of them don't. A lot of them think they do, but they don't at all.
I got you.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just message you guys about who to contact when the time comes for that. So there's no way but I guess you could do a deduction. All your deductions on like if you buy all the materials, can't you deduct some some of the material costs and whatever fees, marketing,
The correct
definitely. That's his expense.
Yeah, marketing definitely. The correct answer on your materials and your repairs.
Yeah.
Technically, those should be going to their capital expenditures. They should be going on your cost basis, not. Right. I got caught on this because I thought they could just be expenses. They're not. Right. So they're all going to your cost basis, and that's why we have a full-time bookkeeper now that sort of just handles all that. It adds up to what you paid for it. All that kind of loads up onto your balance sheet. You finally recapture that when you go to sell. You know what I mean? It all keeps adding up. You can't take any expenses, but the moment you sell, finally that all is added in. So you're not getting a huge profit. You're only getting a little bit of a profit. All the repairs added into it.
Right.
So
I guess marketing
counts.
Restaurant business meetings.
Yeah, everything. Everything. I mean, I get dry cleaning done. If I even to some certain point, if I have to wear nice shoes or construction boots, I'll whatever you can make a valid argument for, go for it. This business it will kill you on taxes. It'll eat you up. I once went to a guru who said, my goal for you this year is for you to pay more in taxes than you have in every other year you've ever been in live. Right? Okay, I get it. But at the same time, I'm now seeing that's not really a great thing. Because I understand what he was trying to say. But anyway, that's what it is. We're happy to introduce you to the right people.
Whoa.
Hey, can I ask you a quick question about?
Yeah, talk to me.
Hey, how many times did you email that seller? I mean, not email, but send just.
It was. I think it was. With Centfuse, I looked at it. I think there were two mailings. Centfuse gives you, I think, 6 or 7.
Yep.
And I think she was with us for the first one. She was like, "Yes, I saw your letter a week or two ago, but I want to wait until I'm ready, and so that's when I'm calling you now." So I actually just hit the first mailing, and I'm actually, and I try to be the kind of go the cheap way and do my own mailings, but I can't figure a way to do a mail merge for postcards. So I guess I could do 2 or 3 letters, but I want to do a postcard too, but I can't. If I'm trying to mail out 60 people and on my list, I don't want to have to handwrite it. But I still haven't figured a way to send you.
Well, the key with doing that with the postcards is to have a printer that can handle that grade of paper. Could you would do the mail merge the same?
I haven't figured out a template. I haven't had a template, but I know we're less than a minute and we're gonna be cut off. But I'll message you, Ari. I'll message you if you can show me.
Yeah.
That's cool. Erie's definitely our tech guy on these calls, so thank you, Erie, for that.
I'm gonna message you, bro.
Yep. I gotta jump off. We'll see you guys and
awesome.
Thanks.
You got it, Erie. I'm gonna do a closeout too, just so for those of you who are still on though, our new events coming up. We have a Black Diamond meeting next Tuesday, the 15th. That's going to be tax liens part 2, which is going to be a super hot topic. That's in the Worcester location of Leo's Restaurant. That's Tuesday the 15th at 6:30 p.m. Then for our meetings, we have the success line for the deal flow people is Monday the 21st. That's 6 p.m. That's the call-in. Lori will send that out on Friday, but the success line is Monday the 21st at 6 p.m. We also have our meetup, 120 Sparks Road in Lowell, Mass, the 29th, 6 to 8 p.m. That's 120 Sparks Road in Lowell. That's a live rehab meeting. It's an in-progress rehab, 6 to 8 that night on the 29th. So I think that's what we have.
Awesome.
Jared Smith. Well, shout out to Jared for helping us book this. He says, hi, check social media. Thanks, Jared.
Perfect.
Jared's awesome. So cool. Anybody else have any parting finishings list, says on. Aha. Did I forget that?
Yeah.
You know what, though? You're going to get that from Deb, but I'm happy to send you ours, too.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was you asked for that a while back.
Yeah.
You